So we are currently sitting in the Toronto airport. Our flight goes in 3 hours, and we're then on to Amsterdam, and then we shall be at Birmingham.
Because we're moving today
It's
to
true.
another country.
So we said all of our goodbyes to our parents and family and all that kind of stuff, and that was sad. And I think will continue to be sad for a little while, but we're moving on with our adventure, and I think it's going to be really fun.
We made it. After countless flights and hours in the plane and driving and packing, we've made it to England.
For 5 whole days. 5 days?
4.
We're experts.
We know England
British
now.
Oh. It's been a good 4 days.
Yes.
It's been crazy.
There have been many moments of where the crap are we and what the crap are we doing, but then there have been moments like tonight where we actually sat down and ate food at a table.
Yeah, so upon arriving, we should probably start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning.
We left Friday on the plane for England. Mom and Dad, very nicely, my mom and dad, drove us all the way to Toronto. Our trip to Amsterdam was pretty fun. Amsterdam has a really awesome, fun airport. We ate some really yummy chocolate and had like a sit and kind of gathered our bearings. And then Saturday we flew into England and we arrived about midday.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the weekend was probably the craziest time. Just because everything was really overwhelming, and our apartment is very, very small. Everything here is smaller than America, though, but our apartment is especially small, which is fine, though. It's nice. And, but we had, like, suitcases all over the place, so it felt even smaller. So just today, finally, which is why we're vlogging today, there's some calm in this craziness of moving abroad, because we have a better sense of what we're supposed to be doing. We've been making a lot of appointments and running around all over the place, and yeah, but we actually kind of have a little home now. It's not finished, but it's
almost there.
It's getting there. We have only been here for 4 days, so I guess we can cut ourselves some slack, but
we finally figured out the bus system a little bit, so that's super helpful to be able to finally get around the city that we live in now. We got to Maggie's school and actually saw the Birmingham School of Acting right there. Super nice.
It is really nice. Seeing the campus, I was like, oh god, it exists. Like, obviously it does, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I haven't been doing all this for some kind of like fantasy land. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, my school is actually a school. It's really nice though.
Mm-hmm.
The location's really great. It's really easy to get to by bus. We live just far enough outside of the city where we don't feel like it's the hustle and bustle of city center. We live in like a suburb, I guess.
Yeah.
It's Edgbaston. It's really nice. There's a little reservoir that we walked around. I think Josh really likes that part because he can fish.
So it's a really nice area. It's not too far from us. It's like, I don't know, less than half a mile away from our apartment. And then it's a 2-mile walk around the reservoir. And it's stocked with fish, and there's nice paths and all this. So that's a nice little area just to go to where you don't really hear cars that much or anything like that.
Except for ice cream truck.
There was an ice cream truck, which made Margaret's day because she loves ice cream, and rightly so.
It was a good night.
It was a good day. So that, I plan on going there. We're going to go for runs around the reservoir. So
there's lots of theaters, there's lots of art museums, there's lots of really cool areas. I think Birmingham is like a hidden gem because most people when they go to England go to London, and rightly so. When I went to London it was great, and I hope to take him, and we hope to see all of England eventually since we have so much time to explore it. But yeah, it's a really cool town, and it was nice to be able to walk around and all that kind of stuff, so get acquainted more with the area. Yeah, it's been crazy just because we still have legal stuff to figure out. Like opening a bank account and getting a phone have been a little bit more challenging than we thought because of some delays with our BRPs coming in the mail to my university. So waiting on that has taken a little bit longer than we thought it was going to. But once we get all of that figured out, we'll finally be on our way and then hopefully feel a little bit more like we live here and it's not just some kind of bizarre, stressful vacation.
Honestly, it is going well, and we're getting used to it. Finally have a nice little home here that we've made. So
We found our grocery store.
Yes, that is so helpful. just have a grocery store with essentials to it. So
yeah, we have basically, I think, everything we need now.
Mm-hmm.
It took a little bit, but
yeah, it took 4 days, but we finally found everything that we needed to at this point. So,
but we've been having some fun. We went to the museum. Tomorrow we're gonna go see a show and go out to eat probably, because it's just been a lot of running around and doing errands at this point. Which is still fun though, because there's so much to see, and
it's a nice city. It really is. So I'm trying to get used to England at this point. So I'll start crossing a road, and Maggie will yank me back because I didn't look the correct direction or whichever way it was.
We're both learning,
but mostly me, about this close to dying about every time. Not really.
I think I'm getting used to realizing, which is obvious, but that we're the foreigners, so it takes them longer to recognize what we're saying. I've found, like, we're speaking the same language and everything is understood. It's not like we've been having problems with the language barrier per se, but it's more so, I don't think people expect us to sound like we do when we start talking, so I feel like we always have to repeat ourselves because it takes them a little bit longer. But so far, all the people that we've met have been really, really nice, and there's lots of there's so much good food around us. Really good Chinese places and Thai places, and so much curry and shawarma places. They have like a lot of tandoori, is that how you say it? Tandoori chicken, and really yummy food like that, actually, along with the pubs and the fish and chips and all the wonderful English things. So that's been really cool.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of good food nights later tonight. Uh-oh.
Because the good thing is everything is so close. And the bad thing is everything is so close still.
We live in a really nice area.
We do. Like down the road, there's all these like little fresh market places and convenient stores where you can grab everything that we forgot to get at the major store. And just a short bus ride away is our grocery store, and like there's a Starbucks there, so we can live. Or she can live now. And so honestly, like every route that we've taken on the buses, like you see all these little nooks and cranny stores.
It's already beginning to feel kind of like home a little bit.
It's feeling more normal. It really is.
Like the first 2 days, I think both of us were like, oh man, what do we do? But I think once he gets a job set up, and once I go to school and we start getting that normal schedule, because right now it's just been, we have our days free because we've just been getting our legal stuff in order and making sure the apartment's like livable, and that we have things like a toaster and cups and plates and stuff like that. And now I'm kind of feeling like, okay, like this is where we're going to be for 2 years. And that's, it's a new place. It's a different place, but, there's like still things that make it feel homey. We have each other, and there's like, obviously over here, there's still things that there are in America. We went to this big shopping center called the Bull Ring, which is just basically like a huge, I don't know how many stories it is, 4 or 5 stories shopping center in Birmingham. But it's got like, even little things like seeing a Gap or an H&M or, like just stores that you see in America, I think have been little things that are like, okay, we're not in the middle of a jungle or something, like there are things that we're used to seeing, or like even just a Starbucks, which I know is like really basic or whatever, but it's nice to have things where it's like, we know what this is. Because the grocery stores are a little bit different, like some essentials. You can find everything that you can find in America, but it's different. Like we bought mustard that looked like plain yellow mustard, but it's English mustard, and it tastes nothing like American mustard.
It is 100% yellow horseradish sauce.
Basically,
That's all it is.
It's good. We put it on our sandwiches. Like, it's been great, but like, it's tasty. It's just not like what you, as an American, would expect yellow mustard to taste like. We took a bite, we were like, whoa, it's not mustard. So it's like little things like that, and there's a lot more tea.
Yeah, a lot more tea.
But there's lots of coffee still, so.
It's kind of cool seeing, like, next to this huge shopping center, literally right across the way, there's like this 500-year-old cathedral or something like that. It's like every other building is either super modern or super historical, and it's really cool seeing those nicest, like on our walk to the store, the bus station, we passed like 2 old style churches and then a couple new pharmacies and whatnot right in there. So that's something that's thrown me off a little bit. So that's just something I'm trying to get used to. Seeing the historical England is something you really don't have in America that much, like that much history next to something that's so modern and new. So
yeah, and from just, I mean, I wasn't in London that long, and I haven't been in Birmingham that long. I was in London longer than I've been here so far, but I think more than London, there's a lot more of like a clash between old and new, and not in a bad way. Just like I feel like Birmingham is a very industrialized town. Like there's very, very modern places. Like my school feels very modern. When I'm on my campus, I don't feel like I'm in, I mean, I feel like I'm in England because it's different, and there's like there's still like little quirky things that are different, but it's very modern. I might as well be in somewhere like America. But then, you know, you walk half a mile down the way and there's Victoria Square, and it's like only historical buildings, and everything is like really cute and old, and the museum's there, and there's the town hall, which looks like a giant palace. Basically, it's beautiful, but that, like, the dichotomy of old and new is way bigger here, I think, from what I could tell.
So there's still a lot of new things that we're trying to adjust to as we learn how to live in Birmingham, but it is feeling a bit more normal, a bit more like home as we continue on. So we'll try to keep you up to date with all of our adventures.
We're excited to spend holidays here. Not Thanksgiving and Christmas, that'll be hard, but there's a lot of like fun Halloween stuff around town that I'm excited to check out, so that'll be fun.
So obviously it is still feeling very new to us as we're learning how to live here, but it really is starting to feel a bit more of a home away from home.
Yeah. Remember to follow us on Tumblr, follow us here, and we'll keep trying to keep you guys updated as much as we can with our crazy adventures. But I think it's going to get pretty busy here pretty soon.